on a real person.
Paused.
It is very low. That's the stream from before.
I'm still not. Oh.
Okay, so Vic says it's low. Matt says it's high. Audience says it's low.
On the playback?
Yeah.
I've now put us to max.
Okay. Hello. Or
Why?
What was
Sorry.
it before?
Before it was going out at nominal. So
Okay.
zero. We're now pumping pretty hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Just send me a link to where we're at. When
You can send to the, the standard /live, and that'll.
Okay.
You want me to text it?
Oh yeah, we're live. That screen just went fucked. I can do it. I want to get some music playing.
Oh, it sounded so much better. Great.
Hey, wake up! All right, folks. The show is about to begin. And what is that sound? Oh, that might be this cool music. Are you ready? Dougie, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Are we going?
Hold
Vic.
on. Hold on. Did you tweet out the link or anything?
Hell yeah.
We need to just get a few more peeps.
Let's everybody tell their friends we're watching. It's time for the show to be good. It's time for the show to begin. It's time for the show to begin. It's time for the show to begin. I said, it's time for the show to begin. I said, it's time for the show to begin. I said, it's time for the show to begin. We wanna start the show. Start the show. Gonna start the show. We're gonna start the show. That's right. Gotta start the show. We're gonna start the show. We're gonna start the show. Gonna start the show. Gonna start the show. Come on, little lady. Don't you know I want it bad? Oh, come on, little lady. Don't you know I want it bad? Gonna start the show. Gonna start the show. Gonna start the show. Gonna start the show. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gonna start the show. We're gonna start the show. Come on, Doug. Give it to me hard. Let's go live video. Come on. Give it to me in 10. 9. Come on, 8. Come on, 7. Come on, 6. Come on, 5. Come on, 4, 3, 2, 1, say 4, 3, 2, 1, say 4, 3, 2, 1, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go! Go! Go!
You gotta fade your.
Take your music.
Holy shit! Woo! Okay. Holy shit, dude.
There we go. There we go.
There you go.
That's awesome. Dude, can I tell you something?
So hard. Thank you, Jesus.
Come on, boys. Hit me hard. Hit me hard. Hit me hard. Come on.
Thank you, Jesus.
Okay. What a show.
Wow.
Thank
You
you.
can just end it there.
No, why would we want to do that, Jack? We're just getting warmed up. Hey, okay. Yeah. Oh, stay on that angle. Stay on that angle.
They're small like a sneaker. When in doubt, I have a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Enough of that.
Turn it up.
Enough.
That is
I just wanted to show that I am wearing suit pants too. I'm not just wearing.
Hey, folks,
Sit back and
welcome.
relax. Sit back and relax. Enjoy yourselves a cup of Three Stooges coffee and enjoy the show.
Okay. What a way to begin. Sorry for the late start, everybody. We were. I gotta catch my breath.
Oh my God.
Coming in.
Coming in hot, ladies and
holy
gentlemen.
shit.
Me coming in hot. I gotta catch my breath.
Yeah.
Doug,
I'm super anxious right now. That was just like a lot to handle.
Doug, I got. Let me ask you a question. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Tim. I'm loving this quar.
Loving the what?
The quar.
The quar. The quarring.
You know that band Guar? They should do quar.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't they jump on that?
I don't
They
know.
already got the mask on too.
Yeah, they're ready to go.
Yeah.
What about you, Vic? How you holding up?
Not so great to be
not
honest.
as good.
I
Not
am
as good.
stressing out about it all.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
Well, you
lot
and
of-
me have it a little harder than Doug, who's living on Easy Street,
Right, he's
single
just,
man.
He's just chilling out.
He's got no dependents.
Right.
Well, I got rid of my kids.
That's why. Yeah.
When they were about 3, I said, nah, enough's enough.
All right, ship them off.
Let us begin our beautiful show. It is office hours. It is Thursday. The date today is April 9th. And we are in our Sunday best. We are always trying to innovate and come up with interesting ways of doing the show. And I said, what if we just, Easter is coming. Obviously, we're excited. Easter's around the corner.
on Sunday. And I thought you were going to play that clip of Trump saying
Oh, yeah.
how much he loves Easter. But
Wait, let me-
Easter is here. We're in our Easter Sunday best. Sunday best, everybody. We ask you to dress up as well. Phil is dressed up. I can see him in the Zoom. Uncle Phil is
Easter
here.
is a very special day for many reasons.
We are going to. I should turn this.
You better have some Jesus on tap then.
Wow.
We'll get into this
You're gonna
scene.
have some Jesus on tap.
A couple of orders of business before we get to your calls. We've got the Patreon. Let me look at the Patreon. I don't want to dwell on this too long because it is business, and this is a fun show. But if we go to Patreon,
Nobody fucks with the Jesus.
log in, and we just monitor the numbers here. We just capped $5,000 a month right now. We just not capped. We just hit over. We just went over the line for $5,000 a month with 1,154 patrons.
Thank you, Jesus.
The patrons exploded in the past few weeks.
Shelby in the bathroom.
Jesus, Condi.
We've got 285 new patrons in the past. How does this work, Matt? It says, yay, 285 new patrons. What is that from when? I don't know, from this past 48 hours? What is the time? I'm talking about Autumn, Michael, Lee, Bozo. Bozo's a new member. Thank you, Bozo, for joining. The exclusive Patreon, of course, gives you access to the after hours, half hour of more nonsense from me and the Holy Trinity here. I guess I would just say the Holy Trinity since I'm a member of the Holy Trinity. Also, brand new to the Patreon experience is the brand new hit podcast, Please, Please Let It Be. It's something I'm trying to do almost daily. I don't know if I'll do it today with Eric, because this is a lot to do this. But we are taking one Beatles album at a time. Doug is not invited. We don't want any negativity. This is a pure passion project.
I actually don't have that much a problem with that.
But we have 3 episodes in the can. They're about an hour each, give or take, and we go through the first album. We start with the first album, and we go all the way through. Vic, I'm going to have to get you on, too, because I know you appreciate that.
I like that. That is probably the worst album, the album I hate most.
I like that shit.
Terrific. So that's, if you want to follow the social media accounts for Office Hours, that's easy to do. All you got to do is go to Twitter, Office HRS Live. That's short for Hours, Office Hours Live. Facebook is Official Office Hours, and Instagram is Official Office Hours. We have a T-shirt coming. We wished that we did not know what to do color-wise. Matt, do you have an update on the poll? We had a poll on the Patreon that was looking for the... We have a basic concept for the T-shirt. We could not decide on a color, so we put it to the community, the Patreon community.
Pretty cool.
Huh?
And do we have a reveal of the winner, or where at least what the numbers are?
The fans have spoken, and they all want black on their back.
Yes.
There we go. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. In a lot of ways, I'll tell you why. Because I enjoy black T-shirts. But here's someone just asked on the chat. And I got to stop looking at this chat. But why are you breathing so heavy, Tim? Did you watch the first fucking 5 minutes of the show? I was up here doing Jane Fonda routines. I was doing a lot of work. I was doing so much work for you to make you laugh and make you smile. And I'm doing it through a fucking mask. I'm gonna
We haven't seen anything like it. But the end result is we got to get back to work.
So it was a little longer than I thought it'd be.
So here's why I look at the chat. I want to make sure everything's sounding good. We have a healthy stream health. Everything seems to be good. So that's it. Goodbye. You're not going to get my attention anymore. I'm shutting the chat down from my eyes.
A very healthy boy.
You're not getting my attention anymore. So the T-shirt contest, if you want to take, we don't know, Matt. What is the details on the T-shirt? Can you give us a description of the T-shirt? We don't own it yet. It hasn't gone into production yet. We're still, like I said, we're still trying to determine the style and the shape and the color.
It's a beautiful shirt designed by our very own DJ Douggpound.
Designed by DJ Douggpound?
And it looks great. Going into production soon. Coming soon.
And how are we going to sell the shirt? It's going to be up on the kingsroad.com.
We're setting up a new store on Kings Road. The patrons are going to get some very special deals. We got some other items.
Wow. Unbelievable stuff.
Unbelievable.
I think that's unbelievable, man.
All right, well, let's... is there any other business I want to discuss?
Well, do we want to... Speaking of Patreon, do we want to get to...
Yes, let's announce... This was the big benchmark for patriarchs like myself. We were hovering around like 800, 900. I said, let's do something special for our 1,000th patron. Now, the backlash there was extreme. It was people saying, well, what about me? I signed up first. I was the first fucking guy to sign up. I don't get nothing. And then the other problem was people were holding back joining because they didn't, if you're at 920 and you want to be eligible for the prize, and the prize is who gets to get the 1,000th subscriber, what motivation is it for you to sign up?
Get real.
Don't you want to hang back? Right? So that was a mistake, and we have to figure out. We're older men. We don't understand all these new internet things, and we're trying our best. So,
Will you be my mama?
I don't know what that's supposed to be, but
So
we're gonna.
Oh, is that dude?
It's that dude, yeah.
But we did have
the chorus for that drop.
We did have a 1,000th patron, and his name is Sebastian. And I believe I could. Should I unmute him?
I got it.
Or he's unmuted. Okay, Sebastian, my friend. Oh, there we are. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Whoa. You're nice and hot. Probably too hot. Let me bring you down. Give me a mic check real quick.
Yeah. Hey, 1, 2, 3.
All right,
check,
you sound
check.
beautiful. You look beautiful. You got your spaghetti poster back there. Now, here's some more controversial shit. This is controversial shit. You randomly became the 1,000th member of the community, but Matt says, Matt sends it because he's monitoring this. He sends me the note. He says, uh-oh, this guy knows you. He worked on a lot of Tim and Eric shows. And this is true. No.
This is very true.
Oh, man. So I want to address this. This is potentially unethical. I don't really have a good answer. Here's what I know about Sebastian. He is a camera assistant on video projects, film and TV, commercials. Give us the greatest hits of what you've worked on where I've been on set. Because I can't remember the exact shows, but tell me what we've collaborated on.
Well, for sure, bedtime stories. The
first season.
First season, the second season. There's also that 1.5 season where we did the 2 half-hour specials.
Yes.
There was also Moonbase 8, which I know everyone's waiting to see.
You worked on Moonbase 8 the whole time, or just towards the end? I can't remember. Were you there the whole time?
Mostly indoors, the interior sets.
Okay.
I was only for those exterior sets. I think 2 days.
Okay.
But
So
those I heard.
Can I ask you a question?
Quite brutal.
Hold on, Doug's got a question.
You're a camera assistant?
Absolutely. Yes.
So what if the camera's like, cancel my 12 o'clock? That's what you do, or what do you do?
It's not funny. Don't laugh at that, Sebastian.
Okay, you go and you tell me.
Nick loves it.
I love it. I'm all about it. That's my kind of humor.
No,
don't like it, Chaz.
tell us what you do, because I think there are a lot of people that listen to the show, watch the show, that are aspiring. Everyone writes me, go, how do I get in the business? What do I do? How do I do it? What do I need to know? So, what do you, as a first, are you a first or a second assistant cameraman, or what is your?
It ain't about
you go
how
back.
hard you hit.
Stop that. That's useless.
So I'm a first AC. Mostly what I do is pulling focus. So during the actual take, just making sure whatever's in focus stays in focus. So if you have an actor walking, 100 feet to 8 feet, you got to pull the whole way, keep it sharp. Closer it gets, the less room you have for keeping it sharp. It gets harder and harder. I also set up all the cameras for the operator, the DP, help change lenses, filters, things like that.
What is your what is it like to be on one of our sets? I know you're a fan because you're a fan because you would wear a different Tim and Eric or a Decker or an On Cinema shirt to work every day. And
This is amazing. You were the greatest.
like, what is that experience? What is this? Everyone wants to know, what's it like on set? What is it? What is what is it like?
From a fan point of view, it is literally the best thing you can ever experience, period. There is nothing better than working on your sets. They're unbelievably fun. Like, I would not trade it for anything else in the world. I tell people constantly, if I could go back in time and work on the Monty Python in the 70s,
wow,
like that's the equivalent. That's like the closest thing I could ever experience.
Have you ever seen me lose my temper? Have you ever seen me lose my temper or lose my cool or be disrespectful to a crew or anything like that?
Well, yes and no. As jokes, yes, but you know, anyone that knows you knows that you're you love to goof around. So of course you're going to be goofing around with people on set.
Well, we always give you a hard time. I like having fun. I like to laugh. Well, I salute you. I mean, obviously you're not working right now. The entertainment industry is shut down for the moment. So how are you keeping busy? And are you feeling stressed? Are you worried? I mean, you're a young kid, so you don't have like a ton of, like Doug. He doesn't have a lot of dependents. Doesn't have nothing to worry about.
Doing pretty good. We actually adopted a rescue dog during this whole time period. Nice. Some good use to it.
We also have a lot of
dogs.
dogs.
We have a dog now.
Stop it. All right. These guys have a word generator for if you say a word, they have a drop. Any word.
There you
go.
I was in a good situation coming into this. I had a bunch of work that I was already on. Unfortunately, the feature I was on with Wheels, who up in Montana, got shut down with 2 weeks left to keep shooting. Now we have to wait till next winter to keep shooting that.
Okay,
which is kind of unfortunate.
That's too bad. Now listen, I gotta go because we have our special guest on the line, and but we have to give you a prize. We have to figure out what the prize is. We'll be in touch with that by the end of the year. Okay, it's probably going to be a free T-shirt. That's what I think. All right.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Sebastian. Good seeing you, and I hope you stay safe, and I hope you get through this like everybody else. Coming out of this a better person, because you have a lot of work you need to do on yourself. Okay, use this time to do some personal work. All right,
I'll try. I appreciate it. Tim.
Bye. Now, our special guest of the hour. Is he ready? This is ladies and gentlemen, on the line now is a senator from Delaware, the current presumptive nominee for the Democratic Party, the former vice president under the Barack Obama administration, Vice President Joe Biden is with us.
Let me tell you something, pal. You listen to me right there, Jimmy.
Okay, yes, sir.
Somewhere he's out there and it's good.
What's that, sir?
It's good. Oh, hold on, they're turning me around. They said I was facing the wrong way.
Okay. Dude, Mr. Biden, it is an honor to have you on the show. You've served our country for several years. How many years have you been in government for? Do you know what that is? Got to be over 40 years, or how many years?
Let me tell you something. It goes like this, Clyde. Over 4 score. And that was on offense only, not including the interceptions that came on defense. So that's at least 4 scores plus a couple interceptions. You know how it goes.
Yes, sir. So this is a big day for you. You had Joe Biden. I mean, you had Bernie Sanders officially suspend his campaign yesterday.
Howdy doody. Howdy doody. Sassafras. It's all about Joe Biden now. Bernie's out, baby.
Okay, so
Bernie's out of the race, pal.
How do
Let me tell you.
Go ahead, sir.
You're going to tell you. One of us is going to talk, but the other one is going to pull that gun faster. That's old John Wayne. Let me tell you something, Bob. Let me lay it down flat for you, pancake batter.
Okay.
We got a 2-man race. We got me and the other guy. And the other two-man race is done. It was a two-man race, and that two-man race is done, and now it's a two-man race. I'm out. I'm done. But that means I'm going to win.
Yes.
Win again.
Let me ask you a question, Senator, Vice President Biden. How do you attract the youth, the voters who are very much aligned with the Sanders campaign? How do you speak to those people who seem a bit disheartened? There's not a lot of energy for your campaign right now. What is it? What is your message to them?
My message is, I hear you. I hear you. I know you're out there. I hear you. I know you're making noise. And I hear you. What I say to those kids out there is, I'm tired of hearing you. You're too loud out there. Some of us are trying to sleep. Even if it's daytime hours, we got a nap. Got a blanket over me when I'm doing these broadcasts here from this green screen office. Behind me is just several cots that I roll back and take naps on.
Now, Mr.
You got to be quiet. Even if it's in daytime hours, I want to have a snack break. Graham, crackers, and apple juice. You hear me, Dan?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Do I need to spell it out for you any simpler there, Steve? Let me tell you a problem with the kids these days. They expect a handout. The only thing they should expect is a bootstrap that reaches back down to them and slaps them over the face.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. Every time somebody tried to pull himself up by his own bootstraps, I was right there on top of that horse, and I slapped him in his face with a riding crop, and I said, try harder.
Yes, sir.
We had it way harder. In the Great Depression, we had an unemployment rate that's almost what it was today. We had it far, far harder. And I'm going to ride that down into the dust. You hear me? We don't want any young people on this campaign. We want a fine, mature, working-age campaign that doesn't file any sexual harassment lawsuits.
Yes, sir. Now you just said I don't want to quibble with you, but you just said that you had it harder during the Great Depression, but now you're saying that the numbers of unemployment are actually higher now. So it does seem like things might be more. I don't want to get quibbly with you, but what do you what is
that's a new network. I'm not subscribed to your new Quiver network.
Okay, and do you have, speaking of
I like my movies widescreen.
So yeah, I was going to ask you about Quibi. What are your feelings on Quibi and what they're doing in the entertainment field? Have you been able to check it out? Have you seen any of the new shows?
Well, I was looking for Gunsmoke. I didn't see Gunsmoke on there, so I flipped the channel. But that just means that I dropped another iPhone. We've got a supply of packaged wrapped iPhones. I break one or dunk one about twice a day.
What are you dunking them in?
What are you dunking them in? Or DJ Douggpound?
What else would you dunk it in? You dunk it in vanilla ice cream. You try to take a bite out of it like an Oreo.
Mr. Biden, what is your strategy against Mr. Trump in the general election once the conventions are behind us? And how are you going to counterplay the tremendous amount of digital infrastructure that the GOP has built through social media and a lot of
off the questions, Bill.
I think that's
you got the questions there coming 500 miles an hour, Bill. Relax, man. I don't know if you can see me, but I'm pointing my finger right in the chest of this Zoom connection right here.
I understand, sir.
And I'm telling you,
I think it's a
record.
I think it's a fair question, to be honest. I think it's a fair question, sir. You've got a lot of people worried that you're not sort of up with the party isn't up with the technology, and that we're going to fall behind.
Well, you're a loser and a hard hat. You're a loser and a hard hat. You probably work around garbage. I don't want people who have to work for a living and have to vote for me. Landowners only.
Okay, sir. One final question, then I'll let you go. I'm sure you have a busy day doing all kinds of interviews. Oh no, Mr. I've always had a question
Don't worry about it. I wipe my hands on this handkerchief and I toss it right over there to where the butler is.
All right, sir, I understand. My one final question to you is, sir, you have this sort of image, this reputation as being sort of a blue-collar working man's. That's the appeal of you, apparently, for the people in the Midwestern states, the blue-collar states, the Rust Belt, if you will. But the irony for that to me, or sort of the conflicting concept there, is that you've been in government since since the 70s. You've essentially been isolated in the province of Washington. So how do you reconcile those two things?
We used to have shag carpet parties right there in the Sam Rayburn building. That's right. Whiskey and barbiturates.
What is your connection to the working class?
You son of a barbiturate.
What is your connection to the working class, sir? How do you think that you relate to them, or what is your message to the working class?
I hear you loud and clear. My credentials and my foreign policy is clear, that I've always had a strong foreign policy with poor people. My record is clear going back to when I was a child, when I was a young man, and I was a lifeguard. I was a lifeguard, and I went up against Corn Pop, because he's a bully, trying to come around, trying to rub pomade on his own hair. I said, that's bullying. Can't get away with that, corn. You know how it goes. Let me tell you something. Every politician in this country, every politician who grew up rich, you're going to have some kind of story that makes it sound like you grew up in a manger. Every politician, no matter how rich they are, they got some story that says, my dad used to sleep on hay.
Yes, sir.
That's how it was. We used to.
Yes, sir.
My father once got lost on the I-95 right there in the corridor. And we slept in a car until that car broke down. And I grew up, and I went to grade school, 3rd grade, 1st grade, preschool, then I was done.
Yeah.
And when the car fell apart, we slept on the tire. We pulled the tires off and slept on the tires. When the tires fell apart and got eaten by the badgers, we slept on the hubcaps.
All right, thank you, sir.
And that's when I woke up and I said, I'm never sleeping on the side of a highway again. That's why I'm all about Amtrak.
All right, sir, thank you.
My connection to the working class today is that I take Amtrak up and down. When I just got to do some errands, I take an Amtrak out. I hop on over, in the old Tex Avery cartoons.
Yeah.
There's the train comes through the station and there's a mail bag. So the train doesn't slow down. It just picks it up from the post as it goes by. That's the way it is, Joe Biden.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to buy. I'm a public figure. I don't bother with my train going down all the way to Dover train station. The Amtrak train, the seller just whoops by, and I just reach a hand out and go, hey, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for calling, sir. I look forward to watching your campaign.
You'll be
Good luck
riding 6 white horses when she comes.
All right, thank you so much. Very, very good. Okay, Joe Biden. Good luck to him. Friend of the show, Vice President Joe Biden. We hope he is successful. We listen. There's no question about it that I will be supporting him in the general election against the truly vile and rotten to his core devil incarnate current occupant of the White House. That's right, folks.
Cutie pie.
I said it. I got on the record. He is the devil himself.
Okay.
We've had a lot. That was fun. Let's take. That was obviously not Joe Biden. That was. I don't want to confuse anybody out there, or get in trouble with the law. Let's take a listen to
enemy.
Ashley Bartlett. Ashley, can I get an unmute on Ashley? Ashley. We're supporting people who are wearing their face masks, even if you're home alone. Hi. Ashley, are you there?
Hey.
Hey, lady! Hello? Ashley Bartlett, can Hi.
I think her audio's not working.
Ashley, what did I tell you guys about doing that audio crap when I'm trying to get these people to talk? Ashley,
what?
Ashley, your audio's muted, I think. Can you unmute on your end?
What?
Okay, fine. I'll go to
Oh, no.
Claudia. 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 Where did Claudia go?
Oh man.
There she is.
Hello.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes. Hello, Claudia. How you doing?
Hello.
I can see your
I'm
dirty
good. How are
dish.
you guys?
I can see your dirty dishes back there. Oof.
Oh, they're not dirty.
They're not
I just
dirty.
hang my gloves so they can.
No, I'm just kidding. How you doing? What's going on?
Nothing much. Just hunkering down. I'm actually in New York. I'm in Manhattan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Look at that's
Actually,
what part of the city?
Manhattan.
I know,
Upper
but
East
what
Side.
part of Upper East Side? That's a pretty nice spot you got there for the Upper East Side.
Yeah. Yeah,
What-
it's awesome. It's really nice. I'm from Brooklyn, but I moved up here. It's pretty awesome.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a video editor, actually. Shout out to Vic.
Hey.
Do you live in?
Doug's
Oh,
here, too.
yeah, Doug's here too, by the way.
We've got to do
Oh,
some
yeah,
videos.
Doug does-
Let's make a video.
Doug does some video editing too, right?
He basically,
Yeah, I do some video
He
editing.
basically invented.
He's getting
the
into
medium.
it. He's just trying it out.
I'm just trying to.
Doug saw me.
dipped a toe
Doug
in.
saw what I do, and he's like, I gotta do that. Let me give it a try.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Need I say
Absolutely.
much more?
All right. So, Claudia, how can we help you today? Or what can we do for you?
I had a question for you guys. So I hadn't really listened to Wise Blood until like I was listening to your guys' podcast, and I kind of like
We
put
turn
me
people
on
on to
your
cool
music.
shit. That's what we do.
Why not?
It's true. So I wanted to ask you guys, what is your favorite Wise Blood track if you had to pick one?
I don't.
It's so hard to do.
It doesn't really
Unless
matter.
that's too hard.
It doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter.
There's the one, like I've been to H&M 2 times in the past year, and there's one that they always play there, and I don't know what it is. It's,
Oh, really?
Yeah, they play it at
That's-
H&M. Isn't that crazy?
That's awesome.
It's kind of cool.
Mine would be every day.
Maybe, oh yeah, because
Oh yeah.
Doug, that was Doug's editing, right? Wasn't that the one?
Happened.
Oh well, there you go. See,
Yeah, see, Doug?
Oh, that's
I'm
because
over
I
there.
probably
Heard the most.
I don't know.
Not
This
into my-
Andromeda song is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, John's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Heidecker with the win. So you guys are still hearing my music
Jesus
when I have my
Christ.
fader all the way down? That's kind of interesting.
We still hear it now, yeah.
That's funny because I have it fully down on the fader, but doesn't matter.
Claudia, what's your favorite Wise Blood tune?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Mine is actually
Yeah, that's a good
Generation
question.
Y.
Which one's that?
Generation Y.
Okay.
Is that on the
It's
new
on-
record?
It's on the older one actually.
Oh wow.
Her stuff really reminds me of Margot. What's her name? I can't remember her name.
Margot Kidder from Superman.
No.
She played Lois Lane.
Margot. Can't remember. So never mind.
I will list all the
Mine
Superman
is not
movies.
working
I will
today.
list all the Superman movies. I say with peace and love. Superman, Superman 2, Superman 3, Superman 4.
Margot Gurian. Sorry.
Superman Begins.
Oh.
Rise of Superman. And
heard of her. I'll have to
Superman
listen.
Begins.
I think she also, her music also reminds me a little bit of Julia Holter. I don't know if you guys
No.
have ever listened to her, but
What about the Beatles?
you guys might like her.
What about the
Think she's-
Beatles?
You think she's a little like the Beatles?
Oh yeah, I can't really. When I put her on, I can't tell the difference. I'm like, is this a Beatles
Oh,
record?
Yeah.
Everything's vibrating,
Absolutely.
dude.
By the way,
these pickle drops are.
I have a question.
They're rocking
This
today.
is really making me want to pickle.
Tim lets him ride nowadays.
I know
love it.
he's into it.
I've
He just knows how to tune it out, I guess.
I've become immune to the pickle drops.
I actually don't have that much a problem with that.
I just saw.
I did want to say also though how awesome it was when you had your daughter on. I thought that was really great.
Thank you. Thank you. She's in
That was
school.
fun.
She's in school right now upstairs in my fucking house.
Yeah.
And here's
my mom.
Your
is
mom
a kindergarten
teach-
teacher.
yeah.
She's,
Oh, yeah.
she's like zooming with them, and she
Mhm.
said it was like the funniest experience, like to see them all like.
Well, I
20
got-
kindergartners.
I got really.
Is she doing that?
I got really kind of mad. I got really kind of mad and upset the other day because I was doing a little bit of supervision. I was teaching. I was doing my wife and I are trying to split up the schedule so it's not all on her, and I'm trying to, keep things going work-wise, and we all want our time alone and all that kind of stuff. So I'm doing a couple days a week where I sit with her and we do the assignments. And I was in there last week and she was doing a Zoom meeting with her teacher, and her teacher just stop it. If I'm fucking talking and you could tell that I'm emoting some kind of interesting concepts, then I'm going to mute you for the rest of the show.
Just take your balls out of your wife's purse. Make a stand for one time.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Canceled. Bring up your canceled drops. I'll bring you back in at 11 a.m.
Great.
That
Go down.
I saw this teacher in her Zoom meeting with my daughter, and my daughter's teacher said, this has been really hard. I've been working on this for the past 7 days, trying to get this, getting your class things to get your assignments together. And Vic, your wife is a teacher.
Oh yeah, and I have kids.
And
in
you've got
school.
2 kids in school. So
it's
Vic, are they doing Zoom? Or, I mean, are they?
I mean, my youngest is in preschool, so
How
they're
old
not
are
really
they?
doing anything. He's
Okay.
3.5, and then I have one that's 5.5, and she does some like stuff on the iPad, and there's some Zoom calls now and then, and the teacher's sending videos. But
I got pissed.
tough.
I got mad because it just hit me that at that moment that this poor woman who already has a hard job, already has a challenging job being a first grade school teacher, is now been saddled with this other responsibility about learning technology, learning how to do Google Classroom and Zoom.
Yeah.
And I just got really mad, and I got mad at our fucking government. I got mad at our fucking piece of shit president. And I said some shit online, and these assholes come at me saying, "Oh, you don't say shit about China." Like, it's not our fucking responsibility. What the fuck goes on there? This motherfucker's responsibility was to keep my family safe and keep them living a normal fucking life. And he fucked up.
Absolutely.
And that motherfucker should resign. He should resign
Yeah,
today.
absolutely.
And people should be out, and people should not be out. People should be in. People should be in, demanding it every single day. And I'm not a fan of Mike fucking Pence, that piece of shit homophobe motherfucker who fucks his fucking wife like she's his goddamn sister. I'm no fan of that piece of shit. But guess what? You know what would happen to the stock market in this country if Trump's resigned and they said this fucker is in charge now? They go through the fucking roof.
Yep. It would explode. Absolutely. Yeah, no.
And
It's so
everybody
true.
would breathe a sigh of relief. I think Trump should jump off the Empire State Building.
Yep.
No, you can stop calling the FBI because that would be a choice he makes.
Right.
I'm not calling for anybody to do that to him, but he should be responsible and jump off the Empire State Building.
No,
And we should stream that on NBC's
and
America's
I
Got
keep
Talent.
thinking, like, of all times for this to have happened, it had to have been under his.
Well, we
watch,
knew.
like,
We
under-
knew. On November
Yeah.
2016, we said something
Yes.
bad
Of
is
course
going to
it's gonna
happen.
16?
Yes.
And he
2016.
fired the
I
pandemic.
mean, I was really thinking it was going to be like some more like instigating more like stuff in the Middle East and like a 9/11 part 2.
That's still coming, man. That's still coming.
Mm-hmm. He really wants to like call himself a wartime president. He's been doing that with this virus. But yeah, I think there's something more coming.
Yeah.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
it's just
a massive blunder.
And then of course with yesterday, I mean, I think it's really interesting. I'm actually, working right now. I'm like an assistant video editor on a feature doc actually about this activist. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. His name is Audie Barkin, and
No.
he is ALS, but he's actually pretty awesome. I think actually you guys might be into him because he's a super like progressive activist, and he was diagnosed with ALS like a month before Trump got elected, and he had a baby at home.
Sorry, I just burped during this.
And I heard that right. Anyway, and so he was basically told you have 3 to 4 years to live, and he was like, "Are you kidding? Like, I'm gonna die under a Trump presidency and leave behind, my country in this position and, leave behind a country like this, like for my child and my, my family. And he was like, fuck that. And he decided to just kick his activism into high gear.
Wow.
And he's been like, yeah. And
how do we find this guy, by the way? How do we find this guy?
So, well, we're making a film.
Okay. But
right
still,
now,
I mean, where does his activism take place? Online?
So his on Twitter, he's actually been doing these weekly Zoom conferences with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Stacey Abrams, all these different politicians to talk to them and see, what so they can provide us some plans and discussions and stuff. Anyway, so his name is Ady Barkan, ADY space BARKAN, and he's pretty active on Twitter.
Okay, we'll push him out there. And also, speaking of that, Claudia, it's nice talking to you. I'm going to move things along. I hope you stay well and safe.
Absolutely.
And all the best to you.
Take care.
I did want to mention on positive note, on last Friday, I sort of spontaneously said, send me some of your art and maybe I'll buy it, and because I was feeling bad for our artist community who, frankly, visual arts is a tough game no matter what's going on. But it felt like, maybe there's some people out there who could use a push, some kind of encouragement or some kind of, and some money. So people sent me a tremendous amount of art and links to their sites and music. And God, it was overwhelming to see all this stuff. So I was thinking of doing that every Friday. I'll just say, I bought a few pieces, and I don't even have a way to tell you what I bought, which is not very helpful. But
they make money the old-fashioned way. They earn it.
I'll just do it again tomorrow. And I think if you search me on Twitter and say Tim Heidecker art or something, you can see the tweet, and then you could see the thread, because under that thread is everybody sending me all their links.
Tim, did you buy paintings or what?
I bought a couple paintings. I want to see if I can quickly find some names just to promote those names.
I love pretty music.
I did buy a couple things on Bandcamp. People are on Bandcamp that you can buy their stuff. Let me see. It's so hard because I got sent so much stuff. Here's one. Oh, God, this is a waste. And it was a little tricky because, I had to do some personal transactions with some people. I had to send people money, and it was a little like, I hope this isn't a bad idea. But, everyone, I think there's a lot of good people out there. The one piece I bought was from someone named Catherine Mulligan. Catherine Mulligan, I bought a painting from her, and you could find her stuff. I'll show this, Doug, see what you think of this. It's kind of, it's not really my thing, but I bought this. You see that?
That's neat. What is that, a painting? It almost looks like a negative of a photo or something.
It's probably her process, yeah. I'll have to, Catherine, if Matt, could you put this in the chat, maybe catherinemulligan.com?
I wish you didn't cut the head off.
Well, I'm going to add to the head. I'm going to put.
Do we send notes on some of the art?
It is what it is. I'm hoping these things dramatically increase in value,
It's not a benevolent move. It's
an investment strategy. I bought a thing from your friend in Chicago, Doug, 10 years ago. The girl that makes
Elisa.
What's her name?
Elisa.
Elisa what?
Harkins.
I bought. Does she still do art?
You know what? I haven't.
You haven't been in touch?
I haven't been in touch with her for a few years, so I gotta.
Just breaking news coming in, guys. I just want to keep you updated on some things here. Edging an account on Twitter, IA Miller, just reported that this is our cat that we named after you, Tim Heidecker. So we sometimes call her Heidi. So that's big news.
I'm like Dylan.
All right, let's take another call. How about Bob Bell? Bob Bell. Bob Bell. Bob Bell. What should I do?
I think you keep picking the ones. Oh wait, is he on? They're not. They don't have audio.
Bob Bell, are you there?
His audio is not working. If we don't see the little microphone, I think it means their audio's not working.
Bob Bell, you got to engage your
waving.
audio.
Well, we have a special
we have a
guest
special
on the line
guest.
Anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do the special guest then.
Bob Bell, you're not there. What about Harry Horn?
What about Art Bell, huh?
How about Keith
Yeah.
Kazoo? Let's get a band started.
All right.
All right, let's go, Kevin. Kevin of Kevin. This is confusing. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this. Kevin
Kazoo.
Kevin Barnes. Kevin Barnes of Montreal.
Woo.
Kevin Barnes of Montreal.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
There he is. Kevin,
There I am.
nice to meet you. Nice to Zoom you. And
Yeah, dude.
And we were in touch. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time breathing because I was just screaming my lungs out, and I'm not getting enough oxygen with these masks on. Maron.
Where you from? The invisible enemy.
Now you are not wearing a mask, but are you home alone, or do you live with someone, or what's your living situation right now, please?
Yeah, I live with my girlfriend, and I think I might have already had COVID because I came off tour and I had all the symptoms and quarantined myself for 2 weeks. Well, now it's been like 5 weeks. I never really go out anyways, so my life hasn't really changed. But
Where do you live?
Hopefully,
You live in
At the end
Athens?
of the day, I'm not going to let it stop
Yeah.
you from partying.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, exactly.
where does he live?
No, you know what, Doug? You don't get to ask
Georgia.
another question if you're busy
I'm not-
interrupting
I
him.
didn't do that.
He's close to
I'm
Uncle
s-
Phil.
I'm trying to listen.
He's living near Uncle Phil in
Oh, you're
Georgia.
in
Well,
Georgia.
why are they lying about this of Montreal shit?
Here we go.
This is not going to be it's not going to be a puff piece. This is not going to be a fluff interview.
That's why I'm asking the hard questions.
This is like Mike Wallace here. We got 3 Mike Wallaces here. But Kevin, were you at the Atlanta show? And you were at the Atlanta show, but we didn't see each other afterwards because we on the Tim and Eric tour.
Yeah, that was a fun show. It was funny because we were surrounded by, I don't know if this is like a typical thing for your audience, but like everybody around us was like totally going crazy the whole time and just shouting random shit and being very disrespectful, actually.
Yeah, we didn't pick up that on stage. We felt they were behaved, but it is tricky.
They were behaving.
It was tricky to understand how to behave at that kind of show because it is sort of like a theater.
Yeah.
It's like a theater show. It's like a play, and sometimes when
Yeah.
you're doing a play and people are like shouting out on cinema references in the middle of this written thing is a little annoying. Or Steve,
I thought it was funny that you said that somebody didn't get it, that like they thought you were doing like product placement with the insurance company.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
It's amazing, yeah, that you realize like you just kind of want to give your audience the benefit of the doubt and assume that they'll get what you're doing, and then it's like can be so amazing to see how stupid a person can be. Because like, wait, how is it possible? I'm a pretty smart person, or I think I'm pretty smart, and if I'm attracting an audience, I'm hoping that they're going to be smart too. But
no,
sometimes that's not the case.
Well, they're also like I'll I know people are busy and they're not paying attention to every little thing I do, and I'm always doing a lot of different things. But like this morning, I'm like, today, office hours is here, and I'll have somebody write back like, what is this? What is office hours? And I'm like, and I also like retweeted, the official office hours account, so you could literally see all the information you have before you write, what is this? So yeah, people sometimes treat like social media like it's a question box that there's better ways to get the answers to. But so you were just on tour. Where were you? When did you get off the road? And was it timed kind of like ours was timed beautifully, perfectly?
It wasn't perfect because I think it was starting to hit the U.S. as we were almost towards the end, and we had to cancel 2 of our shows.
Well, that's a lot better than canceling like a whole leg, right?
Yeah, for sure. Well, we did actually have to cancel a whole leg because we were supposed to go out west after that, and so we had to cancel like 3 weeks of shows, and hopefully we can do them again in July. We're sort of like wishful thinking that we started to reschedule it because as you well know, it's like you can't just a week from the tour decide like, hey, let's do a tour. You have to like plan it months and months.
Dude,
and months
it's
at a time.
so that's something I think is important, and people that aren't in the biz like you and me are. don't understand is that, yeah, you like our tour that I did with Eric in January, February, March. That's like almost a year in advance of planning and like holding those theaters. And it's like you can't just go, oh, we'll just pick up when this thing's over and be ready to go again. Like nobody's. Yeah. I don't think any of these places are prepared to just start booking shows. I don't know when can you safely book a show, right?
Well, exactly. I don't think you can.
Or it's
really,
like tentative, at least tentative.
Yeah.
So you travel with a band, like, but is your records, are your records basically made by you, or do you work with do you have like guys that you've been playing with forever? I don't know that much. Like I've listened to your music for years, and I've been a fan, but I never went the extra step of learning anything about who you are. And I said a funny thing to Vic, because Vic said that you were writing, you had written Vic, or you were talking to Vic, and then then you asked to come to our show and everything, and I was like, cool, yeah, definitely, no problem. But at the same time, I also lost like a little bit of respect for you because I was like, I thought when I listened to your music and I knew your music for a long time, like this guy's really
like on another planet.
He's on another planet. Yeah, like he would not be
operating on a whole other
like
level.
Scary.
But he's actually
weird,
really down in the toilets here.
Yeah, he's like down fucking mucking with us. Yeah, not cool. So anyway,
no, it's funny because my girlfriend and I just started getting back into the Tim and Eric Awesome Show.
Yeah.
And I remember like I have a daughter, she's 15 years old now, but when she was like 4 or 5, she wanted to watch the Tim and Eric Show, and I actually wouldn't let her watch it because I was like, this is going to damage your brain.
Yeah.
But now that she's older, we can watch it together, and I feel like you guys are, total geniuses, and
well, thank you.
Yeah, everyone needs to like recognize what you've contributed to culture, and especially with humor. I feel like you've shaped so much of contemporary humor.
And let me just say, Doug is over here stewing, but I just want Doug to know that when he's saying all this, it means he should be taking pride in that as well.
I'm a genius too. Let's go. Huh?
Because Doug's a big part of that. He was like a writer and an editor on the show.
Wow. Yeah.
So when we say Tim and Eric, we're not just talking about Tim Heidecker and Eric Wareheim. We're talking about a collective of people with similar mindsets. Okay, Doug, is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way. It definitely feels like, a collective of people. Because, it would be insane if one person or two people were able to do all of that. Because I've started getting into, like other people are getting into like video editing and just making weird, glitchy things. And just like the video aspect of it, all like the like super crazy animations and just the way everything is edited and like all the post-production stuff is extremely inspiring and incredible.
But the acting is probably what makes it the most superior, the stars of the show, I think, also.
Yeah, there's a lot of acting going on.
So I think we didn't get an answer to the question I asked, which is, are you a band, or are you one of these? Involved? Yeah, what is your recording situation, and how do you make your music?
It's different every record, but I do a lot of stuff by myself, and occasionally I'll feel like, oh, it's boring. I want to work with some other people. So I do have like the people that tour with us, mainly the drummer Clayton Ricklick and Jojo Glidewell, the keyboard player, are two people that I've worked a lot with. And so I kind of go back and forth. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to make an Americana record, so I'm going to get a band together.
Right.
Or I want to make sort of like a kind of punk record, so I don't want to do that by myself. And then if I want to make an electronic thing, like a pop dance thing, then I can do most of that by myself.
What do you use? Let me get in the weeds. Let me get in the weeds with you. What's your chain? What's your oh, you got a cat there, huh? You want to show the cat to the audience?
This is Chico.
Let's get
I think he's a Russian blue, but I'm not sure.
What's your production chain on an average day? What are you working in?
So I used to use Cubase and Reason. That's what I started off with, and
wow, that's going back a bit.
Wow. Yeah, yeah. And then I started using Logic,
I use Logic.
So yeah, you use Logic a lot. I keep trying to get into Ableton, but it's so confusing.
Doug's
like,
an Ableton guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a lot of cool stuff, and I feel like most of contemporary music is made in Ableton because it has a certain sound, and it seems like there's certain little tricks that everyone uses, and yeah, so it kind of feels like that's like the contemporary sound is the Ableton sound. Where I feel like Logic and Pro Tools people kind of use them more like tape machines. You know, like that's how I
try to. That's why I try to do that as much as I can.
Are you usually playing the bass on the records? Is that your stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I'm always amazed by it. It's like super melodic and just like crazier than like McCartney stuff. But there's some story. I know. I'm nerdy here with this guy.
Go ahead, Vic. Can take
I'm a
over the
huge
interview.
fan, so I'm a little starstruck. I've never been starstruck on this show before, but this is the first time.
Thank you.
You did False Priest, and then you didn't you record the first album or the first take of it, and then you had to record it with John Bryan again or something? Wasn't there something with the bass?
So I recorded. I made basically the whole record at my home, and then John Bryan. I mean, this was like a really crazy thing to do because it was like, okay, you made this record at home for nothing. Let's make it again at Ocean Way in Los Angeles for like $1 zillion.
Wow,
so it was
sounds like a dope band.
Yeah.
So that what record is that?
It was called False Priest, and I had never like worked in a studio before. I'd only worked at home, so I jumped at the opportunity to work with John Bryan, who's a total genius and total wizard, and I learned a lot. But it actually like put me in debt for probably the rest of my life. But,
Really?
The price of an education. But it was
Wow.
like really, it was an amazing experience. But it was just like, that's when I realized like, how important it is to have your home space where you can, just sort of do like a DIY thing and
I like being in the studio though. It's fun. It's a fun environment to be in.
We all
For
can
sure, if you're
learn.
not
We
like,
all can learn.
if you're not thinking about, because like at home, like if you're working at home, you're not thinking, it doesn't cost anything, you've already paid your mortgage or whatever, and like, so you don't have to worry about how much it's costing you.
Right.
When you go to a studio, then you do have to be like, okay, this
Time is
costs
money.
like $300 a day or whatever it is, but then it might also help you stay focused. So as long as you have like what you want to do worked out ahead of time, then the studio experience can be really cool because you'll have like an engineer there, maybe someone like a food runner or something that you wouldn't have normally, and
Right.
so it can be fun and you kind of feel more like a rock star or whatever. But
I wish I was a rock star.
it definitely is. Yeah.
I just wish that was my only job.
Do you get
Did
to
you
have a
work
lot
with,
of cool guys hanging out?
Hold
in
on,
the
Doug.
studio?
Hold on. He's trying to talk.
It sounded like you ran out of things
But
to say.
Tim, did you work with Jonathan Rado?
Yes, he produced my last record, What the Brokenhearted Do.
I love him. I love Foxygen so much.
And I've done I did like a bunch of some of the Trump songs with him as well. He's got a great sound, great instinct, great taste. Yeah, we have to get.
Where did you guys make that?
At this King Size North in Glassell Park in Los Angeles. I think it's no, it's not that. It's something else. I can't remember the name of it. It's this guy Pierre de Reeder who used to be in Rilo Kiley. He has a studio.
Okay.
And
cool.
it's a nice vintage old room. It's like a little studio from the 70s that still has the same shag carpeting and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. It's a good
That's
vibe.
awesome.
Kevin, it's great talking to you. I've realized I forgot to do something very important today. Move my bowels.
Okay.
So we're going to do that live on the show in a few minutes. I have a bucket here. But a real pleasure to talk to you. Everybody go out and stream of Montreal every day, every morning. You have a new record out now? Is it just came out?
Yeah, it came out, earlier this year. It's called You're Fun.
It sounds like a dope band.
Okay.
Joe Rogan's here. Wow.
Talk to you later, dude.
Take care.
All right, see ya.
Bye. I forgot to do the city of the day, assholes.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Come on, give me my new theme music. Speaking of music, I gave my new theme music to Vic.
Did you make this?
Yes, I did.
Ain't much more to say. It's a city of the day.
City of the day.
City of the day.
day.
City of the day.
It sure was damp today.
Oh, much more to say.
Can you guess what the city of the day is, ladies and gentlemen?
City of the day.
It's not Montreal. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Now, the city of the day. Yeah, we did. We had to. Last week we had Bill Withers' "Lovely Day" as our city of the day theme song, but
Bye bye.
oh, that's terrible. He passed away. The great Bill Withers. Bill Withers is a massive artist, right? I mean,
Yeah.
fucking
As top notch as you can get.
Jesus Christ! We were listening to some of that. We're listening to that the other day. It was "Lean on Me." You forget how many times you heard "Lean on Me." You put that on again,
Use
fresh.
me up. You know that one? That's a great one.
No.
Oh man.
But the other one is what's the other one that's big? This
Grandma's Hands or Ain't No Sunshine.
Ain't no sunshine.
What's the one that he
when
had the
it's
repeating
gone.
line?
Yeah.
I know.
That's
I know.
Ain't No
I know.
Sunshine.
That
No, this
one's
one?
fucking great. You gotta look at me in the eye.
Those drums.
What about how disrespectful would it be if I put out a duets album with Bill Withers and it's me just like riffing over all his music? Suck. Like give me some
Like, yeah.
give me Lean on Me. Give me Lean on Me. I'll show you how it would go.
Like Natalie Cole and
Natalie Cole and Cole.
What's his Cole Porter? Nat King
Nat
Cole.
King Cole. Nat King
There you
Kong.
go. Here's
What
your
is it?
duet. Nat King.
What's wrong with Nat King Kong? This is you put on the Bill Withers and Tim Heidecker duet album. What's up? Oh, you all have friends. We'll let this play out, and then I'll just turn it. Sometimes in our lives, we all have friends. We all have sorrow. We all have sorrows. Let me get into it. Like, we'll let him take the first verse.
Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And I'll be somebody to lean on.
Probably gonna get kicked off if we do too much of
You
that.
sound like that guy.
I mean, that's
who
a
did
hit.
that? Who did that Beatles cover that was also?
Oh.
He's saying in that style, and it was like
Joe Cocker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
No,
yeah.
it doesn't sound like Joe Cocker.
Yeah, it does. What's that Joe Cocker song?
With a little help from my friend.
I could do Joe Cocker.
What?
What would you think if I sang out of tune?
Wonder Years.
Lean on me when you're not strong. And I'll be the
Anyways, the city of the day is Kenosha. Kenosha, Wisconsin, everybody. Kenosha, Wisconsin. Kenosha, Wisconsin. Let's learn about Kenosha, Wisconsin. How annoying you have to click twice to open up a link. Kenosha, Wisconsin is the city and the county seat of Kenosha County, Wisconsin. Kenosha on the southwestern shore of Lake. Listen to this. We got a population of, can anyone guess? 100,164 people. It's the fourth largest city in Wisconsin, Doug.
No one gives a fuck.
And the weather in Kenosha, Wisconsin today, if you live there, you know as well as I do. It is 45 degrees and cloudy.
I'm excited.
We've got
Perfect
some
weather.
showers today.
Perfect weather. Beautiful weather.
Some showers today. Humidity around 37%. That's to be expected. Dew point is at 20%. Visibility 10 miles. So enjoy it if you're in Kenosha,
Sure was
Wisconsin.
damp today.
Okay. Who else do we have here? Hogan. Okay. No, we've already talked to Hogan. How about Jill? Thank you.
Okay.
Jill Carmoni. Jill's been waiting a long time to speak with us. Jill, how are you?
Jill Carmoni. How much I'm
trying.
Yeah.
Jill, are you in a hospital or something?
I work in a hospital.
Oh my God! Give us the update on the front lines.
I'm in maternity, so I haven't seen anything crazy yet, but it's
seen
scary.
You haven't seen any babies with it? Is that a thing?
I have seen babies. Yes, lots of babies.
No, but with the
here come the babies.
With the virus.
No, I have not seen any with the virus.
And where are you? What
No.
hospital? I mean, don't you don't have to give the hospital, but where are you calling from? What township?
Des Moines, Iowa.
Ooh, that could be the city of the day one week. We'll have to put that on the list. So how can I help you, Jill? What can I do for you today?
Oh, I just wanted to know if you've ever seen a ghost.
The invisible enemy.
Exactly.
Have I seen a ghost? Of course not.
Has Vicar Doug?
Do you think I would have gotten to my? Do you think I would have gotten to my station in life if I'd be walking around going, "Oh, I just saw you won't believe what? Hey, Ma, you won't believe what just happened to me. I saw a ghost."
You never know.
Oh, I saw a ghost.
Okay, cool.
Admit that I'm a Christian.
Hey, Mo, I got a big problem here, Mo. I just saw a ghost. What do you think? There are fucking ghosts, Jill?
I've never seen one.
No one has.
No, I just, it's one of those things that.
Can you imagine people thinking there are ghosts walking around? Look at this.
A lot of people do.
I know.
There's whole networks devoted to it.
How many people that voted for Trump do you think see ghosts on a fairly regular basis?
Probably a lot of them.
Another ghost! I gotta get out of here. I don't think.
Cool. That's all I wanted.
All right. Well, thanks for the question. I think it created tremendous audio content for the audience.
You're
Tremendous.
very welcome.
All right. Bye, Jill.
I have a ghost in my house I talk to quite a bit.
I have a song, "Ghost in My Bed." Right? It's one of the great songs in Glendale. It was just a guy in a white sheet. Oh, that's not a ghost. It's a KKK member. Josh.
Those are the ghosts that those Trump fans see.
Josh Havig. Josh Havig, are you there? Josh Havig? Let's see if Josh Havig is on the line.
What?
I like these people that are calling in with fucking questions. Isn't this
great.
a great show?
Yeah, this is a good show, and so far, no tech issues.
Make some noise.
Is Josh there?
I'm here.
Hey, Joshy boy. Nice big fucking beard.
I can hear you.
You know who you look like?
What's that?
You look like.
Who's that?
There's an episode, speaking of the Three Stooges, you look like there's an episode where Curly is a wrestler and he has this big beard, right?
It's the best one.
He has this fake beard that he puts on. And you look like.
That's the
guy, actually.
It's not a compliment, believe me.
Takes a lot of hard work to grow this beard.
Josh, yeah, you do look. You look like you're in ZZ Top all of a sudden. So that was stop it. That was very.
I told you guys before, but I finally got my kids to watch the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
And we watched a lot of it for like 2 days, and then at night my daughter just started crying.
Oh my God.
And she was thinking about, the guys, Larry, Moe, and Curly getting hit and punching, and why are they doing that? And so now my wife banned the Three Stooges from the house.
Oh my God. Well, listen to what happened to me.
Too early.
Sorry, Josh. I'll get to you in 1 sec. This is what happened. This reminds me of what happened to me. We're trying to do sort of like a weekend family movie night where we can all watch the same movie together, And I said, what about Goonies? I haven't seen Goonies in a while. That's kind of like my daughter's right. Maybe good for my daughter. She watches some things that are a little older for her.
Jerk alert.
And I was like, yeah, let's watch Goonies. And I even said to her, I went on my phone. I said, look, there's this guy in this show. There's this guy in this movie called Sloth. And he's kind of fucking scary. He looks like a monster,
Oh, they think you look like Sloth.
No, I'm not watching.
No. What is that? Is that
I thought he
your
had his own
girlfriend?
drops there. Oh, there we go.
Oh, hi there. Stay out of your fucking.
That character Sloth traumatized me as a kid when I first saw that movie.
Well, this is what happened. So she's loving the movie. She's loving all the banter between these kids. The kids in that movie are great, but like there's a whole thing where Corey Feldman, at the beginning of that movie, Corey Feldman is fucking with the woman that only speaks Spanish, and he's like translating for the mom, and he's like telling this maid, this housekeeper, that like they hide drugs in the house and that's like a sexual dungeon and stuff. There's some weird humor in that movie, but
there's like
anyways,
Mark's impression.
We get to Sloth, and my fucking daughter has like a total nervous breakdown after Sloth is on for like 2 minutes.
Right in the world.
And she can't get fucking Sloth out of her head.
Oh man.
And she's just screaming, "Ah! Get me out of here!" So we turned it off. But and then at night she was like having a nightmare. Like
Shabbat shalom.
She couldn't help thinking about. She couldn't stop thinking about Sloth. And it is it's a fucking nutty
This has
makeup
got
job.
to stop.
Oh yeah, and Robert. The other thing about that is Robert Davi is all over that movie. He's terrific in it.
He's so good.
So wait, Josh,
Bernie Sanders!
we're running out of time here. But Josh, what can we do for you today?
No worries, man. I'm just watching you guys, listening, hoping to get some laughs out of it.
Did we make you laugh
That's a
today?
Goonies theme song.
Yeah, you do make me laugh.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna play some teeny Lamborghini going with my kids later and just start dancing, have a good old time.
Well, thank you, Josh. It's good to see you. I'm going to move along because I'm looking to just sort of get a few more calls in before the show ends today. Thank you. Goodbye.
Glad you could drop in.
Unmute Olivia, please. Olivia Tongue.
What can I do for you, Toots?
Hello, Olivia.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello?
I was not expecting this
Hello?
situation.
Hi.
In 3 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be heading over to the Patreon After Hours experience, we'll send a link in the Patreon subscription zone, and we'll continue the show there for another half hour. Today's flying by. So patreon.com/office hours live. But while we have you, Olivia, it says Olivia Tongue here, but what's your name?
My name's Ollie.
Ollie.
How's it going?
Good. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Romania.
Oh my goodness.
I'm from Wales. I moved out here in February and things got real quite quick and I got trapped here.
Oh shit.
In March, so I'm trapped in Romania.
What's the COVID situation?
Online.
What's the COVID situation in Romania?
Like they jumped on lockdown really quick, so the numbers are low.
Not like our fucking president, this piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There was some. I don't know. The guy in charge basically said our health system is shit in Romania, and if we don't lock down now, we're all fucked. So there we go.
Our health system in America is shit, and we still didn't lock down soon enough. What an honest politician this guy seems to be. Romania could be a bad place.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't believe it.
What do you do there every day in Romania? Do you just look for Dracula?
I came out to work, so I'm a teacher. So I'm teaching on Zoom every day.
I gotta say, I respect you so much. I did it for, I've done it a few times now with my daughter, and it's not in my blood to do it. It's hard. It's boring, and it's frustrating, and it's just like.
How many students do you have on at once?
Most of my classes are like 8 to 9, so that's okay. It's manageable.
How old are they?
Teenagers all the way to some adults.
Are they? Oh, really? So they're learning English? Are they learning English?
Yeah, they're learning English.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then if they're there, this seems like they must be motivated to learn if they're taking the class and everything. Right?
Yeah. I was teaching at a school here, a local school. So they're the same students I was having in the school, just online now. And there's a range of motivation, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Did you have a question for me, or a topic, or a question?
I just felt like I wanted to say that game with the reverse rock bands was great.
Oh, nice to hear. Yeah, very good.
That had tided me over. I had been playing that with my dad on my phone for a couple of weeks now. Just that's kind of kept me sane.
Okay, well that is good to hear.
Can I just offer you one?
Yes, please.
Okay, the cardiologists.
The spin doctors.
Cardiology.
No, the cardiologists.
The heart attacks.
The heartbreakers.
The
heartbreakers.
The heartbreakers, yeah,
good. That's
okay. Cool.
That's a really good one. Good for you.
More. Yeah.
All right.
We played a lot. So
we'll send them in. Send them over to the office hours headquarters. We will incorporate that into the next show, perhaps.
Get to the point.
All right. Thank you very much, Ollie. Take care. Be safe.
Ciao.
All the best to my Romanian friends. One more thing I want to tell people. I just wish people that are probably listening to this live, and the podcast hopefully will go up tonight. I would set your browsers to, and I don't want anybody commenting on what this is back there, because but I'm not revealing any details here, but marionswish.com. MarionsWish.com. Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Marion's Wish.
Lion, dog face, pony shoulder.
MarionsWish.com.
They're small and I can sneak them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry we had a slight issue at the beginning of the show, but after that was resolved, I have to tell you, this was a 10 for me. It was a lot of fun. I want to thank James Adomian, the great James Adomian, who called in.
James had a quick message.
Yes, go ahead.
The Underculture is his podcast.
Oh, yes.
He wants you to know about that.
The Underculture is a terrific podcast that he does, and he does this guy is the king when it comes to impressions, which I love impressions. I know it's an old-fashioned form of comedy maybe, but when they're good, and he's one of the greats.
He's the best.
He's the best.
He does make a great product.
He does, of course, Bernie Sanders, and now he's doing Biden, and he does, you name it. He used to do a great George W. Bush.
Bernie Sanders!
And I want to thank everybody for listening, everybody that really is you are a big part of the show. You make it possible. And we're going to head on over to Patreon right now to continue the show for another half hour. We'll take your calls, and we're going to play a new game. Okay. The game it's not a new game, it's an old game, but we're going to do it last week, but we're going to do it for real now. It is What Did I Have for Breakfast? Everybody wants to know. Thanks, everybody, for listening.
Truth is truth, and if they then decide to live with lies, that's their concern, not mine, my friend. They're free to